Listen carefully. Most people fail in life. Not because they are weak. Not because they are unlucky. And definitely not because they are stupid. They fail because they cannot control themselves. They know what they should do, but they don't do it. They know they should study, but they pick up their phone. They know they should wake up early, but they hit snooze. They know they should improve their life, but they say, tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes. If you want to change your life, you don't need more motivation. You need one thing: self-discipline. Because the day you control your mind, your habits, your actions, that day, your life will no longer be controlled by excuses, or emotions, or laziness. That day, you become unstoppable. Now, let's begin. Part 1. Self-discipline. A small word, with a massive impact. Think about your life. Think about your goals. Think about the person you want to become. Now ask yourself quietly, what is stopping me? Most of the time, the answer isn't lack of time. It isn't lack of talent. It isn't lack of opportunity. The real reason is simple: a lack of discipline. You've seen people who aren't the smartest, not gifted, not perfect, yet they succeed. They achieve more. They grow faster. They become better. And then, there are others, smart, capable, full of potential, but stuck. They wait. They delay. They say, tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. So what creates the difference between those who rise and those who remain where they are? It's not motivation. Motivation feels good, but it disappears. It's not talent. Talent may help you start, but it won't help you continue. It's not luck. Luck may open one door, but discipline builds the entire path. Self-discipline means doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. It means studying when your brain wants distractions. It means waking up when your body wants comfort. It means choosing long-term progress over short-term pleasure. Self-discipline is not loud. It's not dramatic. It doesn't ask for attention. But it changes everything. Let me tell you something. There was a 17-year-old boy. Average in studies. Average in confidence. Not special from the outside. But inside, he constantly compared himself to others. He tried many times to change. He tried waking up early. He tried studying regularly. He tried working on himself. But every time, he quit. Why? Because he was waiting to feel motivated. He believed discipline would come after motivation. He believed one day everything would become easy. He believed change should feel exciting. But change is rarely comfortable. One day, his teacher said a sentence that changed everything. He said, "Success does not belong to the most motivated. Success belongs to the most disciplined." That sentence stayed in his mind. So he made a decision. Not a perfect decision. Not a dramatic decision. Just a simple one. To do the work, even when he didn't feel like doing it. He woke up early. Not because he loved it, but because his goals needed it. He studied daily. Not because it was easy, but because his future depended on it. He trained his mind and body. Not because it was fun, but because growth requires effort. Slowly, things began to change. Not in one day, not in 1 week, but step by step, day by day. He became consistent. Consistency created momentum. Momentum created confidence. Confidence created discipline. And discipline created a new version of him. Not perfect, not fearless, but unstoppable. And here's the truth you must remember. That boy could be you. Success does not start with motivation. Success starts with a decision. A decision to stop waiting. A decision to take control. A decision to choose growth over excuses. There are two versions of you. One wants comfort. One wants progress. One wants the easy life. One wants the better life. Every day, with every choice, you decide which one becomes stronger. Self-discipline is not punishment. Self-discipline is self-respect. It is saying, I deserve better, and I am willing to work for it. Part 2, now let's go deeper. Self-discipline is not something you were born with. It is something you build. Like a muscle. And just like any muscle, it grows when you use it, and becomes weak when you avoid challenges. So the question becomes, how do you build discipline? The answer starts with one simple idea. Control the small things. People often think discipline means big sacrifices. Waking up at 4 a.m., studying for 6 hours straight, exercising every day. But real discipline begins with the small choices. The choices that seem too small to matter. Like making your bed in the morning. Like drinking water before checking your phone. Like studying for just 10 minutes. Even when you don't feel like it. Why? Because small actions build identity. And identity builds habits. And habits build discipline. Let me ask you something. Have you ever told yourself, I'm going to change my life? You felt motivated. You felt excited. You had a plan. But after 1 or 2 days, that energy disappeared. Why does that happen? Because motivation changes, but environment doesn't. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. If your habits stay the same, your life stays the same. So here's a powerful truth. Discipline is not about forcing yourself. It's about designing your life in a way that supports your goals. For example, if you want to study, keep your books ready the night before. If you want to wake up early, place your alarm far from your bed. If you want to stop scrolling late at night, charge your phone away from you. Small adjustments, but powerful results. Because discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about creating fewer excuses and more action. There is another important part of discipline. Doing things even when they feel boring. We live in a world that constantly screams, feel good, have fun, stay comfortable. But comfort does not create growth. Growth happens in discomfort. When you push yourself, when you choose effort, when you train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. Sometimes you won't feel like studying. Sometimes you won't feel like working. Sometimes you won't feel like improving. And that's exactly when discipline matters most. Because disciplined people don't wait for the perfect mood. They act, and then the mood follows. There's a quote, you don't get disciplined by thinking. You get disciplined by doing. Action builds discipline, not thoughts, not plans, not dreams. Action. So if you're tired of starting again, stop quitting. Be consistent, even if the progress is slow. Even if the results are invisible. Even if the journey feels lonely. Because consistency compounds. And one day, the results will appear. And people will call you lucky. But only you will know. It wasn't luck. It was discipline. And discipline is rare. That's why success is rare. But here's the best part. Anyone can become disciplined. Yes, including you. It doesn't matter how undisciplined you were before. It doesn't matter how many times you failed. It doesn't matter how many times you restarted. What matters is that you begin again. Today. Because today is not just another day. Today is a chance, a new opportunity, a reset button. And if you take even one small step today, your life will not be the same 1 year from now. Not because of luck, not because of motivation, but because of discipline. Part 3, there's something important you need to understand. Self-discipline is not just about habits. It's about identity. It's about who you believe you are. Because if deep inside, you believe you are someone who quits, you will always quit. If you believe you are lazy, you will act lazy. If you believe you are weak, you will avoid challenges. But if you begin to believe, even a little, that you are someone who can change, then slowly, your actions will follow. Because discipline begins in the mind, long before it shows in your life. Let me share another story. There was a student, not the topper, not outstanding, just average. Every exam, he said the same thing. This time I'll do better. But every time, he repeated the same cycle. Late nights, scrolling endlessly, studying at the last minute, feeling stress, regretting decisions. Deep down, he knew he could do better. Deep down, he knew he was wasting time. Deep down, he knew he had potential. But potential means nothing without discipline. One day, after another bad result, he sat alone. No noise, no distraction, just silence. And in that silence, his thoughts became loud. He asked himself a question. If I continue living like this, where will I be in 1 year? That single question shook him. Because he knew the painful truth. Nothing would change, unless he changed. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, but today. So he made a promise to himself. Not a loud promise, not a dramatic speech, just a quiet commitment. I will not give up on myself. And that simple promise became the beginning of his transformation. Because sometimes, discipline isn't about pushing yourself harder. Sometimes, discipline is about refusing to walk away from the future you deserve. So let me ask you the same question he asked himself. If you continue living the way you are living now, where will you be 1 year from today? Will you be proud, or will you regret? Will you say, I'm glad I started, or will you say, I wish I had tried? Your future self is waiting. And that version of you is stronger, smarter, more confident, more focused, more disciplined. But you can only meet that version if you begin today, not perfectly, just honestly. Because discipline doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency. It requires patience. It requires belief. You don't need to change everything today. You just need to take one step. Then tomorrow, take another. And one day, you will look back and realize the discipline you once struggled to build is now the discipline that protects your dreams. Part 4. Why discipline changes your reality. Listen carefully. Most people want a better life. But they don't want better habits. They want success. But they don't want the discipline that creates success. They want results. But they don't want the process. The truth is simple. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It means, I believe in my future more than I believe in my excuses. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Think about this. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you say, no, I will study, no, I will practice, no, I will focus, you are training your mind. You are slowly becoming the person you dream of. Not instantly, not magically, but consistently. And consistency is the secret. Motivation feels good, but motivation fades. Discipline stays. Discipline is doing what is necessary. Even when you don't feel like it. Even when you're tired. Even when you're bored. Even when your mind says, later. Because later becomes never. So today, ask yourself, am I controlled by comfort? Or, am I controlled by commitment? Your future self is watching you. Every decision you make, every habit you build, every small win, is building a version of you that is unstoppable. The world respects results, but results only come from discipline. So choose discipline, not because it's easy, but because your future deserves it. Part 5. Small habits equals big transformation. Success is not one big step. Success is many small steps repeated every single day. Most people fail because they wait for the perfect time. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. But winners don't wait. Winners build small habits, and those habits build their future. Let me give you simple examples. If you read 10 pages every day, that's 300 pages in 1 month. That's a book that can change your life. If you practice English for 20 minutes daily, in 1 year, you will speak better than 95% of people who wish to improve. If you save even 50 rupees a day, you build discipline and stability. Small habits create big change. So stop saying, I will start tomorrow. Start with what you have. Start with small steps, because small steps repeated with discipline become big transformations. Here's the truth. Your life today is a result of your habits yesterday. And your life tomorrow will be created by the habits you start today. So choose habits that honor your future. Read more. Speak with confidence. Exercise a little. Study with focus. Sleep with discipline. Wake up with intention. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Even if you fail one day, start again. Failure doesn't stop you. Quitting does. So promise yourself, no matter how slow, I will keep going. Because slow progress is still progress. And progress builds confidence. Part 6, the hard truth you need to hear. Let me tell you something important. Self-discipline is not easy. And it's not supposed to be. If discipline was comfortable, everyone would be successful. Everyone would be confident. Everyone would have a great body. Everyone would speak perfect English. Everyone would live their dream life. But reality is different. Most people choose comfort over growth. They say, I will wake up early. But they hit the snooze button. I will stop procrastinating. But they scroll social media for hours. I will start studying today. But they wait until the deadline. I will change. But they never do. Because discipline feels hard. Discipline feels uncomfortable. And the mind tries to protect you from discomfort. But listen carefully. Growth happens beyond comfort. Freedom comes after discipline. Success comes after sacrifice. Confidence comes after practice. So here is the truth. If you want an easy life later, you must face the hard work now. But if you avoid difficult things now, life becomes harder later. Choose your hard. Studying is hard, but failing is harder. Waking up early is uncomfortable, but regret hurts much more. Practicing every day takes effort, but living without skills takes your future. Pain is part of the process, but that pain creates strength. Pressure creates diamonds. Heat shapes strong steel. Struggle builds powerful minds. So next time your mind says, I don't feel like doing it, respond with, feelings are temporary. My goals are permanent. You don't need motivation every day. You need discipline. Because discipline will work, even when motivation disappears. And remember this, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it. That's how champions are made. That's how careers are built. That's how dreams become reality. Part 7, 30 days that can change your life. Before I give you the 30-day discipline challenge, I want to tell you a short story. A story about a boy who thought he wasn't good enough. He was average in everything. Average in studies. Average in confidence. Average in life. And deep down, he believed he would always stay average. But one day, something changed. Not a big moment. Not a huge accident. Not a dramatic scene. Just a simple realization. He looked in the mirror and said, I am tired of being the person who always tries, but never finishes anything. I am tired of starting, but never staying consistent. I want to change. But this time, he didn't just say it. He made a decision. A real decision. A decision with action. He started small. Day 1. He woke up 30 minutes earlier. It felt uncomfortable, but he did it. Day 2. He read 5 pages. Not a lot, but it was more than yesterday. Day 3. He practiced speaking English for 10 minutes. His voice was shaky, but he kept going. Day 5. He didn't feel motivated, but discipline spoke louder. Day 10. He started feeling small improvements. Not huge, but real. Day 15. His posture changed. He walked differently. He felt proud. Day 21. He realized something powerful. This is not a habit anymore. This is who I am becoming. Day 30. He wasn't the same person. He wasn't perfect, but he was disciplined. And discipline changed everything. Now it's your turn. Not next week. Not next month. Now, here is your 30-day discipline challenge. Rule number 1. Wake up at the same time every day. Doesn't matter if it's early or late, just be consistent. Rule #2 20 minutes of reading or learning daily. Books, English, personal growth, anything productive. Rule #3 20 minutes of exercise or movement. Walk, stretch, workout, just move. Rule number 4. Minimum 1 hour deep work or studying. No phone, no distractions, just pure focus. Rule number 5. No phone for the first 30 minutes after waking. Control your day, don't let the world control your mind. Rule number 6. Write one small goal every morning. And check it off before sleep. Rule number 7. Show up every day, even if motivation dies. Because consistency beats perfection. If you follow these 7 rules for 30 days, your confidence will grow, your focus will improve, your habits will strengthen, your life will change, not because the tasks are magical, but because you finally proved something to yourself. I can control my mind. I can stay consistent. I can build discipline. And when you build discipline, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Part 8. Your mind is stronger than you think. Let me take you to another moment. A moment many people experience, but almost nobody talks about. It's the moment when you want to quit. Not because you are weak. Not because you can't do it. But because your mind starts fighting back. Imagine this. You wake up one morning, and discipline doesn't feel exciting anymore. Suddenly the voice in your head says, "Why are you doing this? Just take a break. One day won't matter. You deserve comfort." And for a moment, you start believing it. You start thinking, maybe it's okay to stop. Maybe I'm working too hard. Maybe I don't need discipline. This is the turning point. This is where most people give up. Not because they failed, but because they believed their excuses. But champions, they respond differently. They recognize the voice, but they don't obey it. They say, "Yes, it's hard. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I feel lazy. But I'm still doing it." Because discipline is not about feeling ready. It's about doing it, even when you don't want to. Now listen carefully. There are 3 types of mindsets that control your life. Mindset 1. The comfort mind. This mind wants safety. It avoids challenges. It says, "Stay the same. Don't risk failure. Comfort is enough." This mind is the enemy of growth. Mindset 2. The motivation mind. This mind acts when it feels inspired. It works when things are exciting. But the moment things get boring, hard, or uncomfortable, it stops. This mind creates short-term progress, but never long-term success. Mindset 3. The discipline mind. This is the mindset of winners. It does not wait for motivation. It does not fear discomfort. It does not negotiate with excuses. It simply asks, "What needs to be done today?" And then does it. That's the mindset you're building. Advanced mindset training starts with one belief. Your mind is your tool, not your master. You control your thoughts. You control your habits. You control your decisions. The moment you stop reacting to feelings and start acting based on purpose, you become unstoppable. Here's the transformation. You stop saying, "I have to do this," and you start saying, "I choose to do this." Because discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It means, I believe in my future. I respect my potential. I will not betray myself again. So today, make a promise to yourself. I am not quitting. I am not going backwards. I am becoming stronger. Every day you show up, you are rewiring your brain. You are building mental toughness. You are becoming the kind of person who finishes what they start. And that version of you is powerful, unshakable, focused, disciplined, and sooner or later, the world will notice. Part 9. See your future. Become your future. Close your eyes for a moment. Not to escape reality, but to see a better one. Imagine yourself, 30 days from now. You wake up earlier, not because someone forced you, but because discipline now feels natural. You look in the mirror, and you notice something different. Not your clothes, not your hair, not your body, but your eyes. There is focus, there is confidence, there is belief. Because you finally proved to yourself, "I can be the person I dream about." Now imagine yourself 6 months from now. Your English is better. Your habits are consistent. Your mindset is stronger. People notice it. Someone asks you, what changed? You smile and say, I stopped waiting to feel ready. And I started showing up. Now imagine 1 year from today. Your life is different, not because someone gave you success, but because you built it with discipline. You look back at the old version of yourself. The one who procrastinated, the one who doubted, the one who kept delaying. And you feel grateful, because that version of you finally took control. That version of you made the decision that changed everything. Now open your eyes, because this future is not fantasy. It is waiting for you. But you must earn it. And to help you, here are the top 7 psychological hacks used by the most disciplined people in the world. Listen carefully. Hack number 1, the 2-minute rule. If a task feels big or overwhelming, start with just 2 minutes. Once you start, your brain will continue. Hack number 2, no 0 days. Every day, do at least one small thing that moves you closer to your goals. Even slow progress counts. Hack number 3, delay pleasure. Tell yourself, first work, then reward. Earn comfort, don't start with it. Hack number 4, identity first. Don't say, I want to study. Say, I am a disciplined student. You act according to identity. Hack number 5, environment control. Remove distractions. Put phone away. Make a study space. Discipline becomes easier when environment supports it. Hack number 6, track your streak. Use a notebook or app. Every day you complete your habit. Put a right mark. Your new rule. Never break the chain. Hack number 7, evening reflection. Before sleeping, ask, did I live with discipline today? What did I improve? What can I do better tomorrow? Reflection turns actions into identity. When you use these hacks, discipline becomes automatic, not something you force, but something you are. So today, repeat this with me. I don't chase motivation. I build discipline. I don't wait for the perfect moment. I create progress today. I am becoming stronger every day. Because you are, and the world will soon see a version of you that even you never imagined was possible. Part 10, this is your turning point. Take a deep breath, because this moment, right now, is not just another minute in your day. It's a decision point, a line between who you were and who you are becoming. You have learned the truth. Motivation may start your journey, but discipline will finish it. And now, you stand at the doorway of a different life. A life where you wake up with purpose, work with focus, speak with confidence, live with intention, not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Listen carefully. You don't need permission to change. Not from your family, not from society, not even from your past. Your past does not define you. Your habits do. Your actions do. Your discipline does. And today, you choose discipline. There will be days when you feel strong, and days when you feel tired, days when you feel unstoppable, and days when you want to quit. But remember this: temporary discomfort creates permanent strength. Every hard decision you make today builds a future you will be proud to live. So here is your final promise. I will not quit. I will not give up. I will not stop showing up. Because consistency is stronger than doubt, and discipline is stronger than fear. One day, you will look back at this moment and whisper, that was the day I changed. That was the day I stopped making excuses. That was the day I stopped delaying my goals. That was the day I finally believed in myself. And that was the day my future began. So now, stand tall, not physically, but mentally. Be proud of yourself, because you are doing what most people will never do. You are choosing commitment. You are choosing responsibility. You are choosing growth. You are choosing yourself. Before we end, repeat this with power. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am improving every day. And I will not stop. Because your journey isn't ending. It's just beginning. If this message connected with you, if it made you think, if it made you feel something, then don't let it stay just a video. Make it a lifestyle. Save this. Share this. Repeat this every time you feel weak. And join this journey with others who want to grow. Just like you. Because you are not alone. This is your life, your future, your moment. And now, it's time to become the strongest version of yourself.